Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Tease me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase, with a fun Picatinny rail adapter so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shoot a flamethrower, or click the URL in the video description below. Lastly, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have General Motors EV sales jumping while Teslas are dipping and not looking great. Now, this comes to us specifically thanks to Motor1.com, specifically Anthony Alnaz, who's a writer over there. He says, quote, 2025 EV sales so far, GM wins, Tesla loses. Though, I would argue consumers lose when they buy GM just because of the rudimentary quality, but that's just me. And yes, I've had family who worked at GM on the assembly lines and management. Let's just say I drive a Honda, and I expect to get 250,000 miles. I don't see that much GM products, but I partially digress. He says, quote, it's a mixed bag. Some automakers saw increases while sales fell for others. Ugh. You can see two images of EVs made by GM, which I don't want to say they're unappealing, but my eyes hurt. They're pretty bad. Though I do love the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing and CT4V Blackwing, both optional, having a manual transmission and a twin-turbo V6 and a good old V8. But in pure GM fashion, they made a great product, and of course, they're saying, probably won't make it anymore. We'll make that an EV. I'm not sure what kind of water or how inebriated Mary Barra is, the CEO of General Motors. Perhaps being a Michiganite, she's drinking Flint water. Not recommended for your health. But I partially digress. Diving into the article, Anthony says, quote, first quarter sales results are rolling in, and things are looking good for most automakers. Toyota said sales are starting strong. Mazda and Subaru had record months, and Kia had the best quarter ever. But when digging into the data, results for EVs are much more mixed. Tesla's quarterly sales plunged 13%, down to 336,681 deliveries for the first 3 months of 2025. Rivian reported delivering 8,640 vehicles, down 36%. But General Motors, this blows my mind. And again, not financial advice. Hindsight is always 2020 when it comes to investing, but geez Louise, GM stock, well, I thought it would always be like $20 per share. It actually did go up in my lifetime. They reported a 94% increase in EV sales for the same period, selling 31,887 EVs, which is insane. Now, they do delineate only the Cadillac Lyriq saw its sales fell for GM, down 25.9%. However, Cadillac lost the Optiq and Cadillac IQ EV, which buying an EV Cadillac SUV, I don't know who the market is, so apparently they think there is one. Which more than made up for the Lyriq's last quarter and increased Cadillac EV sales overall. They say that every other GM EV, including the GMC Hummer, saw sales increase. Who is buying those monstrosities? Those things, you talk about Mercedes depreciation like a rock. You got nothing on the Hummer EV depreciating like trash. Though the original Hummer by, American General, those are now worth like $150,000 plus. Some people have had some lucky appreciation in their lives, like showing appreciation for this channel by clicking the subscribe button. That was as forced and awkward as my average conversation with a human. But nevertheless, if you click that button, I greatly appreciate you subscribing. Now, they know that, quote, I still can't believe, sales for the Hummer EV are up 108.6%, moving 3,479 units in Q1. The Chevrolet Equinox EV, so boring, I won't even show you the picture. Yeah, that is GM's best-selling EV with 10,329 units sold. That's also been on sale for less than a year, which, yeah, that's, I don't want to say it's artificial, but it's also heavily subsidized by the lease program too. I think they count those as sales at GM, which, again, from a perspective of someone who wanted to lease a vehicle or someone who would want to do that, I mean, there are reports of people leasing the GM EV, was it Chevrolet? I so bored I could barely say the name of the rudimentary vehicle, the Equinox. I mean, there's some reports of people leasing it for $100 a month, which if you're leasing it, you don't have to worry about the massive depreciation of the battery or long-term reliability or lack thereof, and you believe in the idea of leasing a car, $100 a month, that's pretty compelling. I can't but think GM is losing money in those instances. You could argue, get some better discounts when you're buying parts in bulk and, amortize the cost over time and number of units. It'll help them with those types of things. But yeah, I'm pretty sure GM sales are shooting through the roof. Then again, it's, percentages wise, the only number of units are really not even a tenth compared to Tesla. But yeah, we'll see. I still can't believe GM is doing that well in terms of the percentages. But yeah, the numbers still pretty low and still a small part of GM's entire portfolio. But again, I'm pretty surprised GM is actually starting to make more and more EVs. The profitability and long-term reliability probably not in the equation. But let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.